Well, has it ever crossed your mind to quit YouTube as a whole?
Oh yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh boy.
I don't think MrBeast will ever stop being a YouTuber. I think he would just create his own YouTube and just call it BeastTube because he's a beast after all. There's a reason he's called MrBeast.
Imagine building an empire from scratch, not just a brand or a name, but an entire digital kingdom, one that dominates the internet, influences millions, and makes headlines worldwide. Now imagine standing on top of that kingdom, looking out across the landscape you conquered, and realizing something terrifying. You kinda hate it. This isn't some anonymous YouTuber having a breakdown. This is MrBeast, Jimmy Donaldson, the man who redefined YouTube as a platform. And he's openly admitting that his life, the dream so many aspire to, would make the average person absolutely miserable. So, what's going on behind the scenes? Why is the biggest creator in the world suddenly sounding like he wants out? What's happening between MrBeast and YouTube that has everyone whispering about an eventual split? Today we're unpacking the growing tension between Jimmy and the very platform he helped build, MrBeast's YouTube empire. To understand the magnitude of this potential fallout, you first need to understand what MrBeast has become. Jimmy Donaldson didn't just succeed on YouTube, he changed the platform entirely. He went from a teenager uploading low-effort challenge videos to a global icon producing high-budget stunts and jaw-dropping giveaways. His main channel has over 250 million subscribers, but that's just the surface. He operates multiple side channels, each having millions of followers, localized content in different languages, and a massive team running everything behind the scenes. He's launched businesses like Feastables, a snack brand you can find in stores across the US.
When I first started a chocolate company, it was like kind of a side thing. But the more I started to work on it, I got a lot of the same highs I got when I was making videos, just in different ways.
And even started a virtual fast food chain, MrBeast Burger. Though Beast Burger has recently run into issues, it still shows how far his brand has reached beyond YouTube. And now, he's entered the streaming wars with a new competition reality series deal on Amazon Prime Video.
Because the headlines came out as like, Amazon give MrBeast 100 million to do.
Yeah. Episode 1, we spent over $15 million on those towers, building them all. Like, that was the most towers ever built, the most hydraulic press or whatever used.
That's not just influence, that's empire building. MrBeast isn't just a content creator anymore, he's a digital industry. He's scaled his operation to a point where YouTube is merely one of many pillars holding up his brand. And yet, despite all the success, he's exhausted. In a revealing interview with Fortune, March 2025, he said the average person would be miserable living his life.
So 2 questions there. Do you think the average person would like to be in your head? And secondly, are you happy?
Well, no, the average person does not want to live the life I live or be in my head. They would be miserable because you're just working all the time, and they would probably just ask themselves, why am I working all the time? Why don't I do literally anything else?
Endless hours, constant pressure, and a non-stop grind have left him questioning the very thing he built. His words were blunt. I wouldn't recommend being me. That's not just burnout. That's someone stuck in the machine they created and unsure if they even want to be there anymore. The conflict. This brings us to the real conflict. YouTube, for all its glory, has become a cage for creators. And MrBeast, the platform's golden child, is now the loudest voice rattling the bars. The very algorithm that catapulted him to fame has become his master. Jimmy has repeatedly called out how creators no longer serve their audiences, they serve the machine. The algorithm demands consistency, innovation, and engagement metrics that are nearly impossible to sustain without burning out or going bankrupt.
When was the closest you came to quitting?
Oh, I mean, probably countless times.
For MrBeast, that pressure is multiplied. His videos cost millions. The stakes aren't just emotional, they're financial. One flop could sink entire months of planning and investment. He's spoken openly about how every element, titles, thumbnails, pacing, length, has to be painstakingly calculated to please the algorithm.
There's a reason no one makes videos like me, like not even close, because no one wants to live the life I live. I mean,
It's no longer about what he wants to make. It's about what the algorithm allows him to make. And the unpredictability of that algorithm is part of what makes this so dangerous. It changes without notice, pivots on a dime, and creators are expected to keep up or get left behind. With YouTube pushing shorts, experimenting with monetization models, and doubling down on advertiser-friendly content, even someone like MrBeast feels boxed in. He's gone on record saying that if things keep moving in this direction, he might not stay. That's not an empty threat. It's a warning. One of YouTube's most valuable assets is considering walking away, and it's not because he failed the platform, but because the platform is failing him. Public hints and frustrations. This isn't some wild conspiracy or out-of-nowhere meltdown. MrBeast has been leaving breadcrumbs for years, and now those crumbs are looking more like warning signs. One of the biggest came when he tested monetization on Twitter, now X, and pulled in over $250,000 from a single post.
It's no secret that MrBeast has made plenty of cash from YouTube, but he's just revealed that he made more than $250,000 from posting a video on X, formerly Twitter.
That wasn't just a payday. It was a message to YouTube. I don't need you. He proved he could go viral and get paid outside of the platform he helped define. That same message echoed when he struck a massive deal with Amazon for Beast Games, a high-stakes reality competition series with a $5 million prize pool. No YouTube channel, no algorithm. Just Jimmy and a new platform. He's clearly diversifying. Whether it's snacks, shows, or social platforms, he's building escape routes, and his frustrations are becoming more public. He's gone on record saying he doesn't know how long he can keep doing this. Even the shutdown of MrBeast Burger speaks volumes. Between delivery mishaps, brand control issues, and legal problems, he had every reason to bail. And he did, decisively. For someone obsessed with quality and control, relying on third-party services to handle, his vision was never going to last. He cut ties when the business model didn't serve him. That's what Jimmy does. When something stops working, he moves on. The question now is, will YouTube be next? Why he might leave, or not now? Here's where things get murky. Will MrBeast actually leave YouTube? Probably not in the short term, because YouTube is still the most powerful discovery tool in the world. It's the place where viral careers are born. And no matter how frustrated he gets, Jimmy knows that YouTube helped make him what he is. But what he's doing now is building leverage. He's testing other platforms. He's creating exclusive content deals outside the Google ecosystem. He's turning himself into a media brand that doesn't need YouTube. He's already proven that he can generate massive revenue through X, pulling hundreds of millions of views on TikTok, and ink multi-million-dollar deals with streaming platforms like Amazon. If YouTube ever makes a major misstep, like cutting creator revenue, enforcing harsh content restrictions, or algorithmically suppressing his uploads, he could walk. And he wouldn't be walking alone. His audience is fanatical. His brand is bulletproof. Wherever he goes, tens of millions would follow. And that kind of mobility makes him dangerous. Not to viewers, but to the platform that once claimed him. YouTube can't afford to lose its biggest star. And MrBeast knows it. That's why this story matters. It's not just about one man being overworked. It's about the invisible power struggle between creators and platforms. And right now, Jimmy is the one creator with enough power to fight back. The creator trap. There's a cautionary tale buried in all of this. MrBeast is the best case scenario. He played the game perfectly. He worked like a machine, optimized for virality, reinvested every dollar, and scaled like a Silicon Valley startup. He won YouTube. And now he's realizing that winning might have been the biggest trap of all. The modern creator economy doesn't reward stability. It rewards escalation, bigger videos, higher stakes, more money, less sleep, and at the top of that mountain, where Jimmy stands, the oxygen gets thin. There's no off switch, no graceful retirement, just an endless expectation to top your last performance. MrBeast is learning this the hard way. And if he, the most successful YouTuber on earth, is cracking under the pressure, what does that say about the system? What happens if he leaves? If Jimmy does eventually walk away from YouTube, even partially, it will shake the entire industry to its core. We're talking about the most watched individual on the platform stepping back. The ripple effects would be massive. Advertisers would panic, scrambling to reallocate millions in budgets. YouTube executives would hit the red alert button. Competing platforms like Amazon, Netflix, or even TikTok would line up with blank checks and VIP deals. Because here's the thing, MrBeast doesn't rely on YouTube to survive. He's not a byproduct of the algorithm anymore. He's a brand unto himself, with an audience that follows him anywhere. This is what makes his potential departure so terrifying for YouTube. He represents a precedent. If MrBeast, the face of the platform, decides he's better off somewhere else, it opens the door for everyone else to rethink their loyalty. Smaller creators, inspired by his success off-platform, could start exploring their own escape routes, monetizing on Twitter, signing exclusives with streamers, launching their own apps. YouTube's once unchallenged throne would start to wobble, and if that happens, they don't just lose Jimmy, they lose control. The golden era of centralized content might end with one man logging off. The bigger picture. At the end of the day, this isn't about whether Jimmy uploads a few less videos this year. It's about the soul of content creation, about whether creators are empowered or exploited, about whether platforms lift up talent or drain it. MrBeast has become the canary in the coal mine. He's sounding the alarm. And the rest of us? We should probably listen. So, what do you think? Is MrBeast really planning his YouTube exit? Or is this just a case of temporary burnout from a guy who works too hard? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more brutally honest stories about the rise, fall, and chaos of internet fame, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because the internet isn't slowing down, and neither are we.